Well, with all the fuss and talking tough about who can have drugs and who gets locked up, here is a list of countries where it just may be okay or not, just in case you decide to pack or light one up. Let's talk on the mic. Hello, hello, good people. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker, coming back at you live once again in the Lone Star State with another edition of the Media Mike Speaks. All right, good people, it is 3 minutes past the hour, and yes, we are the voice of the everyday citizen. All right, good people, with all of this continued drama with the Brittany Griner case, I'm going to go ahead and once again give my 2 cents here regarding her situation, someone else's situation, and just a tidbit of information for you, just in case you decide to travel abroad. So, we're going to talk about, I'm going to name a list of countries that where it's not good to go if you plan on, using cannabis for recreational or medical use. So anyway, and this would be good for you to know. So we all know regarding the Britney case, they're trying to do a swap. We'll be going live on that. I also will be doing the Beyonce thing just to talk about the revelation and stuff like that, because I hear that's a big, big, big issue and people are kind of like up in arms. Well, not enough people, I would say. And, well, never mind. I'll just get to that and let you know. That will be on New Justice Media. So anyway, let's get to this. A September 2021 global cannabis growth report released by New Frontier Data found that 70 countries have legalized or decriminalized cannabis in some form or another. Now, in North America, Canada has approved adult use. The United States has a state-by-state legality, and Mexico's Supreme Court legalized cannabis, but a marketplace hasn't been established. Meanwhile, the Caribbean is starting to see its first signs of access to medical reform. Now, South America has seen a wave of reform with various nations allowing low or high potency medical access. Now, several countries in Central and Northern South America and Central America prohibit cannabis in all forms. Now, let's talk about some of these countries, shall we, or continents. Africa remains largely prohibitive of cannabis. However, a handful of nations have legalized low THC medical access, like Mexico. South Africa's court legalized cannabis, but a marketplace has not been established. So, South Africa has, well, we kind of know that, but Mexico, be careful, and man, they would, Mexico was a thing. Mexico was a thing back in the 60s. So anyway, most of Oceania remains opposed to cannabis in all forms. However, a few nations and U.S. islands territories have taken action on medical or adult use. Australia and New Zealand have medical cannabis laws, with the latter losing a narrow adult use ballot initiative in 2020. Now, countries like India allow exceptions, such as allowing the consumption of cannabis leaves for the traditional, edible bahang. I guess it's kind of like that may be kind of like the Indians and the peace pipe. It could be, just saying. Other parts of the world, including Jamaica and Pakistan, have legalized or tolerate cannabis among various religious and tribal groups. I bet. Yes, especially in Jamaica, man. Now, the worst nations to get caught with pot. They say pot. This is from the 1960s. It was a grass back then. Probably pot. If you're going to be dealing with cannabis, do not go here. These places, I would say. So, Iran. Offenders can be lashed or face a death sentence, depending on the kilograms. Contrasting reports in recent years have claimed the nation has removed the death penalty for cannabis, while others claim executions have continued. I would think I would go with the latter on this. Yeah. Like Iran, several nations, including Singapore and Saudi Arabia, use lashings as punishment. Malaysia, North Korea, Vietnam, the Philippines, Thailand, China, Taiwan, and other regional nations are also reported to execute offenders. Let me repeat that word, execute, with extreme prejudice, most likely. Most likely. Now, death and long sentences aren't the only parameters worth considering. Even short stints in harsh prisons can result in severe punishment. Now, here's the thing. Depending on the nation and facility, good people, a person may be exposed to high levels of violence, overcrowding, hunger, and other adverse health risks. Some court systems are so backed up that people can be detained pre-trial for years while waiting their day in court. This is what happens in those other countries. Now, let's get to the good part for some of you all who are dying or interested to know. Well, dying is a strong word. Or just interested to know where you can go to increase your flow. So, here are some of the countries, just a few. I'm not going to name them all, just, Argentina, Australia, and Austria. Them two always got me. Australia and Austria. Austria, kind of next to Germany, anyway. Belgium, Belize, Bermuda, Bolivia. These are the ones where you can, do your thing. Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Croatia, Czech Republic. That's interesting. The Czech Republic. Okay. Dominica, Ecuador, Estonia, Georgia too, right outside of Russia. Okay. Israel, Italy. I found that fascinating in Israel. Okay, never mind. Jamaica, we talked about that. Luxembourg, Moldova, Mexico, Netherlands, Peru, Portugal, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Slovenia, South Africa, Spain, Switzerland, Thailand, Trinidad, and Tobago. Wait a minute, I thought Thailand. Wait a minute. They said Thailand. They said you could not, but now they're saying here. As of August 5th, 2022, Thailand has kind of loosened up a little bit. So, they gotta take that out then. So maybe certain parts of Thailand, I do not know. But anyway, we all know Brittany Griner's plight here. We know that. But you all may not know Mark Fogle. Now, Mark Fogle is a teacher who taught in Russia and used to work for the embassy. Now, he's been over there locked up also. Now, his case closely resembles Griner's. Now, he was sentenced to 14 years in Russia. He's been in prison since June. He was found in possession of less than 1 ounce of medical cannabis at a Russian airport. Same thing. He claimed to be unaware that medical cannabis was illegal in the country. Okay, now he's playing stupid. But we notice no one's talking about him. Interesting. And I'm going to do a live on that too. I'm going to continue this. No one is talking about him. No one at all. And he's Caucasian. Anyway. So, now remember, good people, no matter the person or country, it's wise to be aware of the local cannabis laws and the nation's approach to policing, even as cannabis acceptance grows. So, see, ignorance of the law is no excuse. Doesn't matter where you go. So I'm hoping y'all realize this now. I hope so. Don't take this stuff lightly. And if you're going to go somewhere, hey, deal with it over there. Don't be trying to bring anything out of the airport. That's common sense. Now, Mark Fogle's case, he tried to hide some stuff in his shoe. He was just an idiot. Well, Brittany too, but he was just really an idiot. He really tried to stuff it in the shoe. But anyway, so yeah, he's stuck there. I'm going to be doing, like I said, another live on dealing with Russia and this Griner case about the swap they're thinking about trying to do. So anyway, hopefully this may work out, but it's not going to make us look good if it does. I do believe a lot of people are going to be angry at the other people over there if they really do this. So anyway, let me know what you think about this. I just wanted to jump on here, throw this video together to talk about this, give some insight on this, just in case you plan on traveling. So I will be going live later on, probably tonight and tomorrow, on New Justice Media regarding some things I just talked about. So anyway, until next time, this is the guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.
Understand you soon, it won't be long. Keep on, keep on.